Like, he came into the room, and by this point I'd like totally seen red, like, and I felt very much like it was me v everyone, whether I create the situation myself or not.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're looking at the most hated reality TV participants in Britain. We also will be including celebrity contestants, as long as they were hated because of how they behaved on reality TV.
Yeah, but you're going below the belt there, ladies.
That's
fine,
I'm happy to do it.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Adam, blind date. Truly, Adam was impossible not to hate during this legendarily acerbic match on Blind Date. Adam and Debs couldn't have been more different. Adam boasted that she wasn't really his type, while she lambasted him for flirting with other women right in front of her during their date.
I mean, we're all good shape though, aren't we?
Adam, you've pumped the top bit up, you've got very skinny, hairy legs. You look like the Tasmanian devil.
In the talking heads, his appalling attitude only became clearer, with the audience hating everything that came out of his mouth. Clearly, someone told him that negging is the way to get a woman. But thankfully, Debs knew her own worth, with the studio cheering everything she said. In the end, even Scylla was done with him, telling him to shut up because they'd all had enough.
And on that
But no, I can't just say
note,
though.
shut up. That's enough for you now.
No,
That's enough of
I'll
you.
say one more thing.
No.
Frankie Kokoza, the X Factor.
Frankie, what's the most important thing to you in this competition? Why have you done it?
To get lots of girls.
Perhaps hated is a strong word for Kokoza, but he was certainly divisive during his short-lived X Factor stint because of his outrageous behaviour. In fairness, he was only 18 and had just skyrocketed to fame and fortune, shoved under a microscope while he made his way through the competition. He ended up booted off the programme when he admitted to taking illegal substances after being photographed in and around London's hilarious night spots surrounded by famous women.
I met her and I banged her. Oh my God. You can't say that! Sorry.
Everybody was passing judgment on him for a while, though he did come second on Celebrity Big Brother the following year. He's been trying to change his ways in recent years though, and now lives in Australia with his wife and son.
When you get to like 65 and your grandkids go, "Grandad, what are those names on your bottom for?" What are you going to say?
I don't know why my grandchildren would be looking at my bum.
Alan Carr, the celebrity Traitors.
You got a bit of hair in your face. Yeah, there you go. It's gone. Fabulous, darling. I've gone and murdered one of my best friends.
Let's be honest, we loved to hate him during his wildly successful time on the inaugural series of Celebrity Traitors. He eventually won, with the remaining faithfuls voting that there were no traitors left because he hadn't been rumbled.
And look at me last night round the round table. I wanted to get rid of Mark, and I got rid of Mark.
He spoke candidly to the papers about how he believed he was Britain's most hated man, so much so that he temporarily fled the country and went to Florida. Will he ever patch up his years-long friendship with Paloma Faith, who he ruthlessly murdered first? Who knows? But he's claimed that the two aren't on speaking terms anymore.
I'm so sorry. Oh, it's been tearing me apart. I'm so sorry.
You did brilliantly. His career has reached new heights, and we're sure to keep seeing him on screens going forward.
I think, like Davey said, I could have come down for breakfast in that green cloak holding a lantern and they still wouldn't have voted for me.
I love that, yeah.
And Widdecombe, Strictly Come Dancing.
Earlier this week, Anne Widdecombe got a phone call asking her to go back into politics. No, it wasn't David Cameron, and it wasn't Nick Clegg. Who was it? Anton Dubek?
Why on earth she was on Strictly in the first place is anybody's guess, considering she's built an entire career on being as unlikable as possible. Once a prominent Tory backbencher, Widdecombe has since taken her politics to new extremes and has been in an on-off relationship with the Reform Party for a few years now. But even when she appeared on Strictly in 2010, she'd made a name for herself by opposing laws to improve women's reproductive rights, supporting Section 28, and even voting against equalising the age of consent for gay and straight people. Basically, if a policy is cruel and unusual, she's right behind it. Strictly fans got a whole new reason to dislike her though. She was rubbish.
Nobody's expecting a sexy samba from me. I'm sick of this tune. Get a life. Get a life.
Heather Horsfall, Come Dine With Me.
I might not win this because I'm not popular, but I've put in so much effort with all my courses.
There's nothing worse than tuning into an episode of Come Dine With Me where they all get along. Luckily, we didn't have to worry about that this week though, because this was Heather's time to shine.
Oh my God.
I don't believe this. I really don't.
She had a real bone to pick with fellow contestant Zyra, apparently not realising that Come Dine With Me is as much a popularity contest as it is about having the best food.
No, seriously, I think you all have really obviously give me a low score, and I'm really sad about that.
After all, you can be eating the nicest food in the world, but you probably still won't be enjoying yourself if a judgmental woman is effing and blinding at you the entire time. She came last because of her abrasive personality and almost didn't finish filming the show.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so upset with all you. I've been so honest about you. I could have given you a 0 because yours was right?
Katie, the weakest link.
I asked Sue earlier what she wanted to spend the prize money on. She's going to spend it on a holiday. Such frippery is outrageous. I was going to spend my winnings, if I won, on funding my education.
Easily one of the best TV quizzes of all time. The cutthroat voting system of the weakest link led to many upsets and outrages. They are meant to vote for the weakest link, but obviously they all vote for the best quizzer because they want to win.
It seems that I'm the strongest link and they keep on voting me off tactically and it's just not fair.
That's what led to Katie, one of the most arrogant contestants in the programme's history, getting booted off not once, but twice, including in the Bad Losers episode where old contestants returned. Shockingly, Katie apparently is a qualified doctor now. Is she your GP? Be sure to let us know if you've had a close encounter.
I was robbed, what can I say? I mean, I think Sue's going to win at the end of the day, but after all, it's tainted money.
Thomas Skinner, Strictly Come Dancing.
So my business plan's very simple, pillows. But my business is ready to go, I just haven't got the money to go forward.
Huge swathes of the public were outraged when Thomas Skinner was announced as a Strictly contestant for the 2025 series. Made famous for saying bosh a lot during the 15th series of The Apprentice, until he was eventually sacked by Lord Sugar for losing one too many times, despite his wheeler-dealer charm, he's since become a polarising figure.
Look, not all my decisions are bad. I mean, I'm just always the one putting ideas through first and people seem to follow me and that's not my fault, you know?
During the off hours from his pillow business, Skinner's been courting the political right, speaking out in support of Trump and visiting Vice President J.D. Vance during the latter's UK holiday earlier in the year. There was plenty of debate, but in the end, it hardly mattered. He was axed first, only getting to do 2 performances. Matt Hancock, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
This is a tasquila.
Oh, I didn't see the worm.
Yeah, that is blended mealworms with a little witchetty grub garnish.
To be fair, we didn't hate Matt Hancock because of the way he acted on I'm a Celeb, although it certainly didn't endear him to the public as much as he'd have hoped.
What I'm really looking for is a bit of forgiveness.
He lost the Tory whip over this, because he was still an MP at the time, going down under and confessing that all he wanted was forgiveness. The campmates, however, weren't having it, grilling him over his handling of the pandemic, his upcoming book, and how he had the nerve to show his face in public after violating the lockdown rules.
How did you break your own guidance?
Well, because it was a mistake, because I fell in love with somebody and we all
And I
know
was
what
taken by
happened.
love.
Well, it's true.
Years later, and people still don't like him, and still blame him for the government's failures in 2020.
That was absolutely disgusting. Right. Yeah, and the texture was horrible.
Chris Hughes and Olivia Atwood, Love Island.
What? I'm like a polar bear.
What's that then?
I don't know, but sometimes I feel like I'm a polar bear.
They may have won the 3rd series of Love Island, but that doesn't mean they're well liked. Atwood launched an entire media career off the back of Love Island, most recently signing on to Loose Women, despite being one of the most contentious islanders in history because of her rudeness, incessantly picking fights with the others.
Tell me what I said. Repeat back to me what I said that was confrontational, because I want to hear it.
Leave it, man.
I can't even remember what you said. It was really confrontational. It'd be in your mind like...
Chris Hughes, meanwhile, revived his career nearly a decade later by appearing on Celebrity Big Brother, only to end up in a relationship with Jojo Siwa, who's 11 years younger than him. Everybody would be much happier if these two weren't on our screens anymore.
Do you be nice now? Having a puzzle or something to do.
You're not a very easy person to talk to.
Why?
Noel Edmonds. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
How are you feeling about being Emperor?
Fantastic. Absolutely wonderful and moist.
ITV paid no small amount of money to get Noel Edmonds to go into the jungle, goading him by letting him enter late as Emperor Noel and putting him in charge of everything. The other celebs weren't keen on being dictated to by a late arrival, and the public weren't fans either.
Oh. Am I supposed to look disappointed?
After spending all that cash, Edmonds ended up getting voted out first. He then had to do the media rounds to address allegations that the whole thing was a fix, and it was planned that he'd be the first to go.
There was a Noel Edmonds lookalike who did all the stuff, and I got to keep the boots and the hat.
He's since left the UK entirely and moved to New Zealand, where he spends his days annoying the locals about wind turbines. Peter Marsh. Come dine with me.
Dear Lord, what a sad little life, Jane.
Peter and Jane were both widely disliked during this notorious East Oxfordshire edition of Come Dine With Me, but only one of them has lived in infamy ever since. Though there are always arguments at the dinner table, that's what makes it worth watching in the first place. It's rare that contestants lose their manners in the last 5 minutes.
You ruined my night completely so you could have the money, but I hope now you spend it on getting some lessons in grace and decorum, because you have all the grace of a reversing dump truck without any tyres on.
But Marsh found himself dead last after getting upset with Jane during the main course and ruining the atmosphere. He was horrified when he opened the scroll to read.
So Jane, take your money and get off my property.
His rants remain a legendary television moment, though he maintains to this day that he was misrepresented by the show's editing.
It's a travesty that I didn't win. An utter travesty.
Molly-Mae Hague, Love Island.
The things I've done now are not because of Love Island, they're because of me and what I've decided to do in my work ethic.
She was popular enough during the 5th series of Love Island, coming second, along with then-partner Tommy Fury. But she became embroiled in a handful of scandals shortly after her departure. First was a bust-up with the Advertising Standards Authority after a dodgy prize pool, but she gained more public notoriety for some comments made on Stephen Bartlett's podcast.
When I reach one goal, it's what can I achieve next? It's never enough for me. And I think it's a bit of a downside to my personality, because when I achieve something incredible, I just want more.
She said that poverty wasn't an obstacle for success, and that everybody has the same 24 hours in a day, and that she became rich through graft and hard work, not by being a beauty queen who got a stint on Love Island. People were so angry that they changed her name to Molly-Mae Thatcher on Wikipedia.
And it's like I never am happy with where I'm at. I'm constantly working towards the next thing.
Gillian McKeith. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
That leaves one other person. Jillian, it might be you.
Oh, come on.
She wasn't exactly popular before going on I'm a Celeb, known most widely in the UK for crackpot dietary advice and being paid to look at people's poo. But her reputation sunk to new lows when she proved herself to be one of the worst I'm a Celeb contestants ever.
Jillian.
No. Oh, come on. Come and join us, Jillian. Could you? Jillian, come over here. Come and join us, please.
It was her abysmal performance that led to the public repeatedly voting her to do the trials, even though the other contestants would definitely have preferred someone who could win some stars so that they could, you know, eat.
We'll explain exactly what's going on, okay? Let's get Bob in. Bob.
Okay, bring the oxygen in, please.
This culminated in McKeith faking a fainting fit live on air to get out of doing another one, which was a very poor show indeed. Seann Walsh, Strictly Come Dancing. He was a popular comedian on the up before his Strictly appearance in 2018, but this led to one of the biggest scandals in UK television history.
I think that, obviously I'm sorry for the hurt that I've caused.
For weeks, the front pages were splashed with pictures of Walsh and his dance partner Katya Jones kissing. At the time, Walsh had a girlfriend, and Jones was married to another Strictly dancer. They apologised, and the affair clearly went no further, but it didn't matter.
I think, first of all, I would rather not be having to
address this publicly.
Both careers, but particularly Walsh's, were decimated, and he was the UK's biggest villain. He's since said that he's still haunted by what happened and the effect it had, and we can't blame him. In hindsight, we really don't think a kiss was worth all this.
It's been 3 years. 3 years since Strictly Come Dancing. I think I can say it now. I think you overreacted.
Jedward, the X Factor.
I'm John. I'm Edward. And together we are John and Edward.
Do you love or hate these boys from Dublin? The divisive twins with their unique hairstyles shot to fame on the X Factor in 2008, and though they didn't win, they did begin a recording career under the stewardship of Louis Walsh.
Guys, why do you want to be pop stars?
We came to see all the ladies. Yeah. Sharon and Danny. Who wouldn't want girls shouting your name all over the place going, John, Edward?
They were massive, fronting national tours and producing international hits after appearing on Eurovision. But you just couldn't escape the haters at the height of their fame, with many people, Simon Cowell among them, thinking they were annoying, talentless, and looked absolutely ridiculous with that hair.
Not very good and incredibly annoying.
Tourism Ireland even jokingly apologised to the UK for Jedward in 2009. It was very strange to hear the Irish apologising to us for once.
We believe we have what it takes to go all the way in this competition. Once we get our 4 yeses, we're through to boot camp, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Megan Wolfe and Jordan Mundell, Married at First Sight. This show began as more of a documentary, as singletons signed up to be matched with potential partners by a cast of experts. But the format changed for the 6th series, which copied the Aussies version.
He and I felt that we were maybe a better match and just caught up in the moment. Jordan kissed me, I kissed him back.
With all the couples now living together in flats in one building and having regular social events organised by the production crew, the potential was there for people to stray. That was exactly what happened with Megan and Jordan, who cheated on their respective partners Bob and Alexis.
It's quite hurtful to hear that you still don't trust me, because I thought we were really on a level about that.
We're sure this drama got E4 high ratings, but Bob and Alexis really went through the ringer. Bob and Megan eventually decided to leave, with Megan seemingly putting minimal effort into the relationship.
I feel like I am paying for it, I really do. And that is why I'm still here, because I'm trying to repair something that wasn't even there in the first place.
Lady C, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
Yeah, you're an incredibly rude lady. I intend to. And you know what? You know what? Whatever you get, you deserve, because you're not a nice person.
Another I'm a Celeb gem was Lady C, a woman who was almost completely unknown by the general public before appearing on the show. She captured the nation's attention immediately because of her bizarre accent, which was thanks to her growing up in Jamaica.
Oh, you are an idiot. Yet again, another motor-mouth piece of crap.
I'll add this onto the list of names you have called people.
Even the most innocent conversation would be turned into a fiery argument if Lady C was involved, which made her eminently watchable, but widely disliked. And apparently her more famous contemporaries in the cast, namely Duncan Bannatyne, hated her as well, which led to her eventually quitting the show.
Because they're a bunch of deadbeats and bores, or pretentious pifflers, and one or two are nice. Well, this is why you're getting voted.
She's made a habit of appearing on reality shows ever since. Nasty Nick Bateman, Big Brother.
Will you lament its passing, Nick?
I think it's kind of obvious that Channel 4 today announced that next year will be its last one because of the falling ratings, but I think it's the wrong decision.
He was popular in the first ever Big Brother house in the UK, but not with the viewers at home. We saw all of his tricks, as he manipulated the other contestants and ensured it so that they would nominate others for eviction, and never him. And as it was, he never got evicted. He was actually asked to leave by the producers after they intervened and informed the other housemates of his activities.
I think the show over the last 4 or 5 years has been overproduced. The contestants have got more outlandish. The tasks have become very trivial.
He hasn't shaken the Nasty Nick persona, though he's all but disappeared from British media, having long since moved to Australia. Maybe down under they don't know what he's really like. and he's free to scheme to his heart's content.
It is almost a mirror of society. That's what goes on in real life, and people like to judge other people.
Nicola Gill, blind date. If the hisses and boos in the studio were anything to go by, people were outraged by Gill and her actions on blind date.
Well, Nicola, I have to say I've got more than a big surprise for you. Because I know what you're at. And I feel awfully deeply saddened by this.
Yes, this was the infamous journalist who plotted to get onto Blind Date and then write a column about her experience. Scylla was informed by producers that Gill worked for Cosmopolitan and was writing an article. But rather than tackle this behind the scenes, Scylla announced it to the whole studio while the cameras kept rolling.
You don't work as a temporary secretary. I know for a fact that you're an undercover journalist and you've robbed somebody of coming on a proper blind date. You work for Cosmopolitan magazine.
Worse, when Scylla asked her whether she had a boyfriend, Gill lied and said she was single. But as on-screen captions revealed, she was engaged to be married. Her date, Paul, was devastated.
Tell us, I mean, really, there was no way you were going to fall in love with him. Tell us the truth. Have you got a boyfriend?
No.
You haven't. Any children?
No.
Jade Goody, Big Brother.
She'll be like, where's my big boy gone? Right, Fred, sit there.
She was one of the first Big Brother contestants who shot to fame and became a genuine celebrity at the dawn of reality TV. But her reputation was complex, to say the least. During her tenure on Big Brother, and then Celebrity Big Brother, she was routinely attacked by the media, dubbed the most hated woman in Britain by The Sun.
I'll never forget I got a phone call from Danny to say, we've got these incredible pictures of Jade on a stretcher.
In hindsight, this was classism, plain and simple, but perhaps more sickening than what the tabloids said was the way they changed their minds when she was diagnosed with terminal cancer.
I mean, I can remember being asked by an editor, are you sure we can publish these pictures?
For all her flaws, she was clearly mistreated by the media and ultimately became beloved. Her death massively raised awareness of cervical cancer and led to a huge increase in women being screened.
Bye. Wave. 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 Wave, Freddie. Bye. Love you.
Let us know in the comments who you think should be forgiven by the public.
Gillian?
Okay.
Gillian? I think it's best if we got to a break right now and give Gillian the attention she needs.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.